Today marks 1416 days sharing lessons I learned and continue to learn with you. I hope these insights will inspire you, support your dreams, help achieve your goals, and really empower you to become the person that you want to become. Today I speak about a beautiful word, and that is faith. Faith. I think that faith is such an interesting topic because every single person, when you say faith, has a little bit different understanding of what it is. Sometimes people attach faith to spirituality, sometimes to religion, sometimes people just said it's just through transcendence. But I think faith is such a powerful word because you're able to really create an anchor, very strong anchor to really pursue great things in life. So I truly believe that we need to really sit down and reflect what truly faith means to you. And I think that when you understand what faith means to you, then of course we're able to say that, okay, what are the signs of a strong faith? In my mind, faith is very, very important. And if you are the same like me, I think that having signs of a strong faith is an important topic as well. So today we'll share 7 signs of a strong faith. And when somebody's okay, like how should I check? How could I check my faith? The power of strength, the strength of my faith. And this is the topic about it. So number 1, probably one of the most powerful sign of a strong faith is courage to act. Courage to act. I think that is a beautiful thing. When we have a weak faith, we don't have courage to act. When we have very strong faith, we know that there is a courage to act. I think that's the first probable level of faith is courage to act, because courage to act means that you're not afraid to make mistakes, you're not afraid to be embarrassed, you're not afraid to really get rejection, because you know that there is something in your side. There's more important things than just you itself. There's more important things than your emotions and your embarrassment and your ego. There's more important things. And faith that means that it's a beautiful thing is when faith, it will not make it easier. So it doesn't matter what you're pursuing. Faith will not make it easier, but what it does, it makes it more meaningful. And when you have that meaning, you know that the faith is the power of courage. So when you want to look into how strong is your faith, look into your courage. Are you acting on your desires, on your aspirations, on your determinations, on your commitments, or are you fearful? And massive fear, that means a potential lack of faith. Because faith, the courage that means it might be that you have a massive fear, but despite on that fear, you still act on that uncertainty. So number 2 is peace in uncertainty. Peace in uncertainty. I think when you have a faith, you understand that it might be that you do not know where everything will end up, but you have massive faith that at the end of the day, you will end out and everything turn out well. So you're anchored in the future, a beautiful future, and you're not consumed by anxiety. I think that one of the beautiful things in life is peace. Peace is one of the most important things in life because it allows us to really be curious, be understanding, build wisdom, be present in the moment. Because if you do not have peace, we potentially be lost in the past, be anxious all the time and think about the future, all the potential problems. But when you have presence and peace in uncertainty, peace in the storm, I think that's a beautiful thing. And peace in the storm, peace in uncertainty is faith. Faith that we are going to the right direction. And I think that faith is one thing is that, again, we need to act. And that means that you act and you are still in storm. You don't know where those actions will lead to, but you have faith that those actions will lead to something more important. Maybe those actions will basically open the doors, open the path that you're supposed to go. Maybe you're not on the wrong path, but the actions that you take will lead to the actions and path that you need to take. Number 3 is, and this is again one of the, there's all of them important, but I think that this is again one of the most important, is resilience after setbacks. I think this is again part of a sign, one very strong sign of a strong faith, because every single person will have setbacks. There might be some that will not have setbacks, but that those people are who are average, who are living in a comfort zone, who are not taking anything seriously, who are just doing things, the same thing over and over and over again. But if you're trying something new, you're pursuing something meaningful, at that moment you will have setbacks. You will have disappointments. Every single will have some disappointments because life will send difficulties, disappointments, setbacks, adversities, griefs, but how you deal with them and how much resilience do you have when they come up. That is a sign of faith. People who have massive resilience, that means they have massive faith. People who do not have faith, that means that sometimes it's a sign that your faith is very, very low. And I think it's a when you have faith, challenge doesn't destroy you. Challenges makes you stronger because you're able to understand that challenges is for you. So people who have faith understand that challenges is for them to develop character, develop skills, to develop something inside of them to become better. People who do not have faith, they think that setbacks are the signs that they are not supposed to pursue something, signs that they are not built for something, signs that they are not enough. So that's a huge difference between people who believe in faith and people who don't have faith whatsoever. Number 4 is a hopeful outlook. A hopeful outlook. And I love hope words, but I always love hope with action. A hope in action. So it could be internal action, it could be external action, but hope always needs to come with action. But hopeful outlook is that, again, you have hope that something will turn out to be good. At the end of the day, everything will be better. Worst case scenario, something will come out of it good. And I think that's, again, hope. Hope is, it's probably faith is a father or a mother of hope. Hope is a child for faith. So that means that we need to understand that faith is a beautiful thing, and if from faith hope would come out. It's very hard to have hope without faith. And hope is one of the, sometimes is a worst case scenario when really you are very, very low. Hope would be one of the last things that really could keep you going. And as a hope is a very, very powerful tool when you don't have anything else in your hands. Number 5 is consistency in values. And this is very, very important. I think that when people are running from one corner to another corner, third corner, fourth corner, fifth corner, because people have no idea what they value. Well, what kind of values do they have? What kind of beliefs do they have? What's really makes them tick? What energizes them? And what makes them laugh? What makes them cry? And I think that all those questions is very, very important. And I think that consistency in values is based sometimes on faith. What is more important than you? Because I think that faith is a lot of times is in transcendence, spirituality. So all the things that I think that allow us to so that I have such a strong faith in myself, in the things that I do. That's why I'm able to be consistent in my actions, in my authenticity, in the things that in the way how I show up. Because sometimes it's not to be perfect, it's not to be great. Sometimes showing up is the most important thing for you as a person to develop your character necessary to become the person that you want to become. And consistency in values are in faith. And I think that I am as consistent as I am, I think partly because my faith is very strong. There's a lot of ways, a lot of place to improve, but I think that I'm pretty strong in that. Number 6 is willingness to wait with patience. This is beautiful. This is very, very beautiful. Willingness. Willingness is one of my favorite words altogether. And again, patience is not passive. Patience is not passive. So what I mean by that patience, and I love the saying that you need to be aggressive with your actions and patient with results. That's where patience is. Patience is that you're really showing up. You really understand the compound effect. That means that you're showing up every single day. You do daily actions, small daily actions that lead to really massive, extraordinary results. And that's where the true patience is. And sometimes I think that you could really doing something to self-awareness. And self-awareness is not one-day job. And that means that we are patient, understanding ourselves. We are patient and willing to really go deep inside, build that foundation. Foundation is not sexy. So foundation is not seen by other people. It's not sexy to develop and go deep inside of us to develop that. But again, willingness to wait with patience to develop that. And sometimes when we're really going after big results, we'll need to have patience to wait for those results because we keep doing the right actions. Because I think that sometimes it's important to wait, but the most important part is to take actions and wait at the same time. That's where true patience is. And last one, number 7, is gratitude in every season. That's the beautiful sign of strong faith. Gratitude in every season. It means that I do not believe in balance per se in life, but I believe in seasons. So that means one season will be grief, one season will be joy, one season will be growth and transformation, the other season will be patience. There's a lot of seasons, and I think that you can really look into your life and look into like what was that 3 months, 6 months, a year's long season, and what kind of name you can put on that season, what you were developing in that season. And it might be that some seasons will be just storm seasons. But again, we need to really learn how to have gratefulness about that season, because every single season is here to teach us, to develop us, to inform us, to build awareness, to build a wisdom, to build understanding about life, about people, about faith in general. There's so many things to learn, to develop our understanding. And I think that is a beautiful thing when we're able to be grateful about the season, because when you're grateful about your season, what happens? What happens that when you're grateful about your season, you're able to extract the lessons necessary to get better. Because when you think about the past, when you think about the seasons, from resent, from denial, from negativity, you want to forget about it. You don't want to think about it because there's so much negative emotions that are coming with that. But when you start to be grateful about those negative, terrible, disgusting experiences, at that moment you're able to extract all the things necessary to make you better. And this is very, very powerful. One of the most powerful lessons is that people who succeed in life, they're able to extract lessons from everything. And gratitude allows to do that. So gratitude in every season is one of the signs of a strong faith. So I hope you reflect on this topic, because this is a very, very powerful topic. So I hope you reflect on that, and I hope you'll choose to win, and see you tomorrow.